One Piece has long balanced high-seas adventure with moments of profound emotional gravity, but Episode 1129, Kuma's past, better off dead in this world, elevates its narrative depth to an entirely new level. Shifting the spotlight away from Luffy and the current Egghead Island standoff, the episode instead plunges viewers into the long-anticipated origin story of one of the series' most enigmatic and misunderstood figures, Bartholomew Kuma. A mystery years in the making finally unfolds. Since his first appearance over 15 years ago, Bartholomew Kuma has been a character cloaked in contradictions, a fearsome former warlord of the sea with robot-like obedience, yet capable of compassion and sacrifice. While his appearances at Thriller Bark and Sabaody Archipelago hinted at a deeper complexity, his motivations and backstory remained hidden behind the curtain of world government secrecy. With Episode 1129, that curtain begins to lift, and what it reveals is heartbreaking. From wholesome beginnings to horrific reality. The episode's flashback structure begins with a glimpse into young Kuma's life, introducing his family and painting a picture of fleeting joy and peace. But that serenity is short-lived. Within minutes, the story descends into a nightmare that reframes everything fans thought they knew about the character. What follows is a relentless sequence of traumatic events, each more gut-wrenching than the last. Episode 1129 doesn't simply suggest tragedy. It forces viewers to confront it directly, making Kuma's pain not just evident, but visceral. The cruelty of the world government exposed. While One Piece has never shied away from condemning the world government's darker practices, this episode is among the most brutal indictments yet. The inhumane treatment of Kuma and his family, tied to their buccaneer lineage, highlights the series' ongoing themes of injustice, systemic cruelty, and the abuse of power. From forced separation and subjugation to physical violence and deep personal loss, Kuma's story is not just a backdrop to the present-day conflict, it is a core piece of the world's brokenness. A powerful performance adds to the episode's impact. Much of the emotional resonance of Episode 1129 is driven by the incredible voice acting behind young Kuma. His quiet innocence, growing fear, and eventual grief are portrayed with heartbreaking authenticity. It's a stark contrast to the stoic, silent figure Kuma becomes later in life, and that contrast underscores just how far he has been pushed by the world around him. This performance ensures that viewers don't just watch Kuma's descent into tragedy, they feel it. The flashback has only just begun. If the opening of Kuma's backstory is this emotionally potent, what lies ahead may be even more difficult to witness. With Jewelry Bonnie's connection to Kuma still at the heart of Egghead Island's narrative arc, the flashback promises to continue unraveling layers of history that will reshape how fans understand not only Kuma, but the world of One Piece itself. Final thoughts. One Piece Episode 1129 may not feature explosive battles or grand revelations, but its emotional weight leaves a longer-lasting impact than either. By daring to show the raw, devastating truths behind a quiet man's past, it becomes one of the most unforgettable chapters in the series. As the flashback unfolds, One Piece continues to prove why it's more than just an adventure story. It's a saga of resilience, injustice, and the human cost of power.